All right, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first match, the opening match, no less, of the Ducksoup Gaming Dota League tournament. Tonight, we're going to be featuring two teams facing off against each other. Some guy whose name I can't really pronounce, but looks like Mori Taurus Nolimus Mori, facing off against what is our local Ducksoup team. Did they have a name?
Totally forgot what their name was.
I suppose. So, obviously my co-caster here, Mr. Kendomo, here to support me throughout the night. How you doing, Kendomo?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm ready to cast. I just ate lunch, so I'm all full, except I'm hungry on Dota.
All right.
So, let's get a good serving of Dota, and that was one of the most cheesiest intros I've had.
Oh dear. So, without further ado, let's look through the rosters. Over on Morimotos, we do have MNM, Summit, Bubbles, Garuda, Shrug, and Bloody Toenails. Over on our local Ducksoup team, whose name we no longer remember, we have the unlogical one, Program Zeta, Gamer 007, DFG, and Monte Quilas. Already, the first ban has occurred. Immediately, the ban for the Radiant was Clockwork getting taken out. Kind of an unusual first ban, don't you say?
Radiant team.
Yeah, I mean, like, usually you'll see, like, OD and Bad Rider and other stuff. So this just tells me that they have a very specific draft that they want to use. So let's see what the draft is.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, with a Wisp, too.
Yep. It's all, I mean, Wisp is one of those common ban outs, and it's not too unusual to see the Wisp going away, but... knowing that they do have this specific strategy, seeing the Clockwork gone and then a Wisp, that shows that they have something that they want to do and that they have a schedule they want to do with.
I speak for
and immediately...
Okay, Nature's Prophet's first pick.
Yeah, it's nice to see Nature's Prophet. Split push all day long. Prophet is here to do Prophet things, and what are you going to do about it? Well, hopefully something, because he's Prophet.
Yeah, it's interesting. Excuse me. It's interesting that they do that first pick too. I mean, you can usually get away with Nature's Prophet like in the second pick round, but they're gonna go towards it. It's a nice stable pick. It's one that you can do a lot with and will fit in most lineups.
Yeah, it just depends what they want to do with them. I mean, they can do a jungle lifesteal, or I'm not sorry, jungle Nature's Prophet or an offlane Nature's Prophet. It really just depends how they want to play with them.
Yeah, the most likely it's going to be jungle. Offlane Nature's Prophet works, but is a little bit
risky.
Well, he can get ganked. Yes, it's risky. I mean, Nature's Prophet isn't he does pretty okay damage. His abilities are actually very useful, but the way his health is, it's going to be very sketchy if you do it offlane.
All right, well, either way, Treant Protector, our first pickup here for our local Ducksoup team. kind of an interesting first pickup as well in its own regard.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, it's a nice stable pick, but once again, you can get away with having him second round or even last round if you really want to be that situational.
I mean, right, usually you'd be looking like for a Nake's pickup, a Lifestealer, and or some other pick that's obviously going to get banned out first round, like a Batrider. But this shows that since they're not even worried about it, they're picking a Treant Protector first. They have a schedule that they want to use, and they're going to go green team, apparently. Treant Protector, Enchantress so far, compared to our Nature's Prophet and Darkseer. So it's definitely going to be a jungling Nature's Prophet at this point. An off-lane Darkseer compared to what could be a very, I mean, Treant Protector can go anywhere. They can do a tri-lane, they can do a dual lane. It just depends how they want to run with it. And the Weaver ban out, that's nice to see, because Weaver is good at countering Darkseer. So you take Weaver out of that, and Darkseer is going to run crazy around the map.
It's to be honest, that's a really good ban. That's a really good call out. Off lane right now is open to the Dire side, so we'll see what they pick for off lane. We'll see what they pick for the carry. It's hard to tell. I mean, Enchantress fits in most lineups. Darkseer totally fits in most lineups. Really dependent on what else he picks or the team picks.
Like the only lineup where Darkseer doesn't fit in well is like if you had a Bounty Hunter and a Darkseer at the same time.
Yeah, pretty much something that also goes off lane.
Yeah. I mean, Darkseer is, bar none, like the epitome of off-lane suicide.
Yeah. Darkseer, hell, I don't think he's ever drop off in relevance in the meta or any kind of scene, because his skill set is just perfect. I mean, max movement speed on any of your heroes is great.
I mean, besides that, early game, you have Ion Shell. You just run out and creep waves lose to you, and they don't really have a chance, and heroes can't get that much farm compared to it. And then late game, you get Vacuum in the wall. I mean, it's a winning combination.
I mean, there's ways to counter Darkseer, but in the end, nah, I mean, it's still a good pickup, no matter what.
And
I'm
good.
Really okay. So both teams are in fact going to pick a jungle with a duo safe lane and then an off lane. That's for sure at this point.
Yeah, and Anti-Mage was the next ban out. Centaur Warrunner are going to be our fourth ban out here for Mori Taurus. I wouldn't say
I'm waiting for the carry pickup, because the carry pickup will tell you if they're gonna go more aggressive or more passive. If anything, both teams are gonna pick a carry that will be more passive. Of course, Dire side probably will pick a range carries to counter Darkseer.
Right. This is
and there's Alchemist.
This is one of those situations where you gotta look at this and realize the Radiant Moritaurus have Nature's Prophet, so their split push capability is going to be through the Bloody Roof. There's no way on Earth you're going to catch him unless you actually focus on locking down that Nature's Prophet. But the Dire, you could almost argue that the Treant is a counter to Nature's Prophet because of Living Armor. Oh, I'm sorry, you're pushing my tower. You brought it down to half health. Guess what? Living Armor. Your towers aren't going to die. They just aren't unless it's a dedicated push.
That is a very good point. I never really considered that, actually. And Treant Protector does do well against Nature's Prophet, unless he dies, of course, and then he can't really do anything, because he's dead, but...
Right, but that's also the part about Treant. If he's passive, if he plays defensively, he's not going to die that much. I've gone entire matches and not died a single time as Treant. Just playing defensively and casting Living Armor bloody everywhere, because that's your primary purpose as Treant. Living Armor here. You are the Living Armor bitch, essentially.
Dire team.
Yeah, pretty much.
So Coddle.
It's an interesting ban. Yeah, Coddle is a good. I mean, we'll see what carry he'll be put up against. But I mean, that's more push, pretty much. Darkseer can even put a Ion Shell on any of Nature's Prophet's Treants, and then that could even push themselves.
I mean, yeah, the
but a
creep
Rubik
wave
pickup for the Dire. Yes.
Yeah, Rubik.
Creep wave will be pushing.
That's the thing about it, is Darkseer plus Coddle, creep waves are going to melt. Like, they're not just going to not be there. They are going to melt. Absolutely melt. So, it's going to be an interesting game of staying away from the creep wave while also trying to counter push the lanes out and make sure that at least some lanes are in your favor.
10 seconds remaining.
And the Rubik pickup, I mean, it's always... Ooh, PL.
Oh, PL.
Watch out, folks. Cancer
PL
Lancer is in the
Coddle.
field.
Yeah.
I'm almost
Well,
surprised that
you
they...
know about Phantom Lancer. You know about Phantom Lancer Keep the Light, right?
Yeah, I know too much about it.
Yeah, that's a
scary.
hard lane to put against.
This is scary.
It's very scary.
And this is the thing, is they have set up almost a
5
perfect
seconds
team
remaining.
for this. Nature's Prophet, Darkseer, Coddle, and Phantom Lancer on the same team. I mean,
Reserve
I'm
time.
almost surprised that the Ducksoup team let this through, that they let them get this good of a lineup.
But it's a really good lineup. I mean, hell, you can pretty much counter this. There is ways to counter this, and with a gyro pickup and a Rubik pickup, that is a good counter. It has
Indeed.
gyro and Rubik have some counter push. I mean,
10
not
seconds remaining.
as much compared to
A lot of it's-
some other heroes, but it is
5
some
seconds
counter
A
push.
lot of it's going to depend on what spells Rubik can steal. If he can get a good steal, if he can get one of those good spells, like if he could get
Reserve
Darkseer's
time.
Vacuum or Surge or anything from Coddle, like if he can get the Coddle Blast, I mean, Rubik suddenly becomes the star hero on their team. Not because he is good at any one thing, but because he's so versatile.
Yes, he is very versatile. I actually kind of don't like the Rubik pickup because how he is
Squishy.
I mean, he has some counter push. He has something. He is squishy, and you can't you can still keep the light spells. He can steal some of Darkseer's spells, but no matter what, I think Rubik's gonna die. Rubik's gonna lose that spell, and he. I mean, the other team, if MNM had like a Warlock, if they had a Tide, then Rubik would be an amazing
10
pickup.
seconds
Right now, he's only a pretty okay pickup. He
5 seconds
he
remaining.
fits in the draft, but I mean, they could have picked CM
Reserve
for
time.
extreme early game dominance.
Lockdown.
Exactly, lockdown. They could have picked a lot of other, supports to specialize in one specific spot. Exactly
Well,
what they need.
There's your carry.
Radiant
Oh, sorry, no,
team
God,
pick.
sorry. Wrong statement.
Yeah.
Gyro's the carry.
It's either Marana off lane or Marana mid. Oh, okay, Warlock. Wow. Okay, so now Rubik's even more relevant
Yes.
because of the Warlock.
I like
We'll
your
see if
golems. Let me
Rubik
take
can
them.
Yeah, at this point, Rubik could, in fact, Scepter gets enough farm, but I don't know for sure.
But that's the thing about it, is Rubik, he's versatile enough that, yes, with the Warlock pickup, he's even more important. But that's the nice part about Rubik, is even though he doesn't have much lockdown, his spell stealing is so useful in almost all situations.
Yeah.
And at this point,
Yeah,
like,
every single person on the Radiant side have at least one good spell he could steal.
yeah, I mean,
Prepare
it's
for
a very
battle.
nice lineup for Rubik, but then again, it's an extremely nice lineup on the other side.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. What they need to do is get ganks. They need to make sure that they can't, because after a certain point, MNM can push anything they want. If they can get enough items, if they can do anything, they're gonna the Ducksoup team. Well, let's just call them Ducksoup team for now. They will not be able to counter all the gold and all the experience that MNM got or will get. I don't know for sure, but yeah.
Yeah, you're right. And already we see the Treants coming out from Nature's Prophet. It's always nice to see the rune spotting Treants. It's one of those things. I remember at TI3 when we saw
30
some of those
seconds to
crazy
battle.
Nature's Prophet strats, like teleporting into the enemy jungle and blocking their camps and then hiding until you could teleport out again.
Yeah, Nature's Prophet is an amazing level 1 hero, just because of the Treants. The Treants actually add so much. A lot of people don't know, but the Treants at the very beginning of the match is very helpful, just because of scouting potential and a lot of other utility, like denying runes.
Indeed.
battle begins.
And already our players are going to start spreading out here. Immediately a Coddle Blast, just going to barely nick PZ there, but it is going to be enough to hit him. Living armor coming out, but no surprise there. A little bit of early game aggression.
Regeneration.
So yeah, it looks like we're going to have an offlane Treant, or potentially, yeah, just offlane Treant. He does place his ward in the usual spot, and this is one of those things where Coddle doesn't actually have sentry wards, so he's not prepared if his camp were to get blocked, but then again, it's Coddle and PL. I don't think they really need to. As long as they maintain the creep wave equilibrium, they'll be fine in this situation. Meanwhile,
What you're gonna see on the Treant, by the way, is he's gonna get invis, by the way, just to
safety.
utility. And then, meanwhile,
and immediately that Polkamp gets blocked in top lane, and they saw it. They saw it so much that
Keep out.
like, the only problem is none of them have sentry wards. This is one of the situations where, in high-level games, you kind of expect that your safe lane, especially if you're running a tri-lane, are going to have those sentry wards, because if you don't, this happens, and all of a sudden, you can't pull. So if you push that lane out, it's going to be a big problem.
Yeah, it would be very helpful. I mean, like, well, you know what? The lane is going to get pushed and everything, no matter what. But hell, you're going to be denying Darkseer experience. That's the one thing Darkseer needs from offlane is just experience. So if you got those sentry wards, if you de-ward that pole camp, you will be denying Darkseer something he needs.
But that's the thing about
unfortunately,
Darkseer.
they do not have him.
Darkseer is one of those situations where once he gets like level 4, his Ion Shell is high enough level that it's going to start pulling in gold for him. You're absolutely right to say XP is the one thing he needs early on. Because once he gets XP, he just Ion Shells everything. And he automatically gets gold just because he Ion Shelled it. And then if he wants to go to the next level of being a dick, he can Ion Shell your creeps instead of his. Oh yes, I'm sorry, you can't deny those.
We should go over the lanes, by the way, because the Warlock is mid, by the way. Warlock isn't being support, it's going to be Coddle PL bot.
Yeah, I did notice that. It's a little bit unusual, but I mean, it's understandable.
No, it works. Morana, though, if she plays her cards right, if DFG plays Morana right, then she can really get off, really kill Warlock, that's for sure. She can get a lot of burst damage onto Warlock, and then just 2 or 3 other right clicks, and then kill her.
Indeed, it just depends how the lane is played, as per the usual in Dota. And
Exactly.
Yeah, down that bot lane, Treant being a little bit ballsy, as Treant usually does. He does have his little escape route
It's
there, it's not
fine.
an issue.
He's not level 2. Darkseer up top is level 3, by the way, so
But
if anything,
that's the Ion
Darkseer
Shell.
is winning.
Because that's just what Ion Shell does. Once it gets any XP, it snowballs him gold like crazy as long as he stays in lane. And that's when he stops being in lane, and then he just Ion Shells everything he touches. Darkseer is one of those heroes where he does extremely well off lane, and then he doesn't need to be off lane because he did so well off lane.
I'm surprised no one's going after this Invis rune up top, by the way. It's completely open, and does anyone have a bottle? I don't think so. No one has a bottle, which is very questionable, because if anything, both teams can benefit from ganks. I mean, Nature's Prophet can TP anywhere, and then, well, to be honest, the Dire side just need to get ganks, need to do something early game. So, this is interesting how there's no bottles.
I completely agree, But anyway, runes are pretty well placed for both teams, actually. We do have the bottom rune to watch there, and the top rune blocking the camp, and it does have good vision as well. It sees the lane itself, so that's always a great rune to use, as long as it doesn't get dewarded, which is still strange that it actually hasn't gotten dewarded yet. Apparently they just think that they've actually got good enough, last hit, that it's not a problem.
Oh, some pings going on the Invisor, and finally someone saw.
Apparently Enchantress will be the one to hop down there. They're going to leave Mirana so no one gets... no one notices. It's like the Enchantress never existed. Either way, I mean, Treant's actually got a good amount of room bot lane, and Treant's one of those heroes where he's not exactly a risky off lane simply because he has living armor. I mean, he can just living armor out of any situation that he gets himself into. Because of the survivability it grants him, he'll probably get out of it. The only thing I could think of is if he got really low because of PL and then a Coddle Blast hit him. That would be the one thing that could kill him, probably. At least in this situation. Meanwhile, it is PL running away with the CS right now. He is ahead of Gyro, who's having to deal with Darkseer.
Yeah, Gyro and PL aren't too far off. One thing to look out is the Enchantress. Enchantress did not get Midas, by the way. Hopefully, I mean, if anything, I maybe would get Midas on Enchantress just because I don't know if they're going to be doing anything early game. But we'll see how it pays off. She did get earned, so she's going more of a supportive role, which is a little bit questionable. But bottom lane, by the way, PZ is getting a little bit ganked.
Oh, yep, he does have Sentry Wards down to see him. Nature's Prophet TP's in, and he's going to try and living armor his way out of that, but Tree Wall comes out, no chance to escape there. PL going to deny that, and that's going to be a very dead Treant Protector. Very
Let our great
on
combat
indeed.
begin.
So that's a little more XP and gold for PL that didn't exactly need to happen, but in the name of trying to deny him his speed in the first place, that has to happen. That's the one issue with, I mean, comparing a Treant Protector offlane to an offlane Darkseer is you really just can't compare the two. Darkseer does such a good job of being able to harass the lane without being in the lane. And that's what makes him so powerful.
Yeah, Treant is one of those offlaners that just sits there. He sits there, he gets XP, the XP is good, that's for sure, but he can't really do much other than, I mean...
He has
also,
high melee damage, that's his benefits. If anything gets close to him, he can kill it.
Yeah, but he just sits there and casts living armor, which is what people expect from, you know, Treant. But it's, yeah, it's interesting in offlane, because, you know, he could be getting other stuff. He could be aggressive in the thing, but you know what?
I don't know if Warlock
what
sees
he
this
ends
mid
up
lane.
doing. Oh yeah, Unlogical is smoked.
Here
he
comes the
does have
Centaur.
one
Now they see it.
stun. Hey,
Will it be enough,
yeah,
though?
what he needs to
Oh, the
do
Mirana
is
arrow
get the
misses,
stun.
so at this point he needs to back
that's
out.
the one thing they needed.
He needs to back out.
Yeah.
And he's going to teach
And he's
us
going the completely wrong way. Treant could come in.
I don't think he's
No,
going to
I
get
don't think
punished for
he's
this.
too slow.
He's not going to
Yeah.
get punished for this. It would be almost silly if they tried
Yeah.
to punish Enchantress right now.
Oh, bottom lane, by the way. Okay. Nothing really is happening in bottom lane, by the way. Treant rotated? No, Treant is still bot.
He was just rotating
interesting.
back bot. He had gone down mid, now he's rotating back down. Apparently Rubik was holding down the lane for him, trying to deny as much farm to that PL as possible. But I'd say Rubik is actually worse of an offlaner than Treant is as well. So...
Yeah. Looks like they have 3 bot. They're stacking bottom right now. They're gonna try to make something happen, right?
Yep, they do move
I
forward.
don't know if they really are.
The slow comes out from Enchantress, and there is the Doppelwalk, so I don't think anything's going to happen there. Coddle tries to make anything happen. Oh, the courier flies in, but it is going to get hasted there, and now Treant's in a bunch of trouble. Coddle trying to make something happen here. Enchantress throwing those arrows as fast as she can. The Coddle illusion still chasing after Treant here. PL looking for it. Now we see Nature's Prophet TPM, but not in the right position, so there's going to be no kill from that. Another not Doppelwalk, excuse me, but another Lance comes out from... Phantom Lancer, and no kill comes out from that. A lot of damage done to both sides, but he does get picked up by... Yep, Enchantress looking for those arrows, but Treant can't get in there to deal any damage, and Enchantress was the only one actually firing those bolts. And any of the things, he still has his tonic, so... Nope.
Yeah, it was an interesting engagement. That's for sure. Radiant was pretty much winning after Coddle did his blast right in front of almost all 3 of them. I don't think it hit all 3, but
that's the thing about
took a lot of health away. Yeah, unfortunately, they couldn't focus the damage. That's one thing. They switched from the Treant to the Enchantress. And they couldn't get the damage to get any kills.
That Coddle wave just barely missed Rubik there. That guy is lucky to be alive right now. And there's that nice offensive ward from the Radiant. They know that they have advantage in that lane, so they put a ward right there to watch the lane. That's actually a very nice offensive ward. It gives them lane coverage and allows Coddle to do this. And that almost kills
It's
Rubik.
also very... Yeah, it's also very good if you're committing 3 heroes to bottom lane. Right now they're committing 3 heroes, and all 3 heroes are getting split XP. They're not even getting any last hits. They're not killing PL. In fact, they're almost getting killed themselves.
And in this situation, Warlock's rotated top.
Yeah, it's not good.
Warlock is rotated top.
Is he?
I mean, Darkseer's still up there denying XP, so that means that Gyro's getting even less XP than he was in the first place. Golem gets dropped, call down happens here, Nature's Prophet TP's in, and yes, Gyro's going to go down very, very quickly there.
That's one thing, is that they're keeping 3 people bot. In fact, right now they're gonna get a kill. They might get a kill. Okay, no kill.
No, Enchantress is able to back off fast enough. Oh, but Rubik is going to be the kill there. Rubik just overstayed his welcome a little bit. Did he have a TP scroll? He did not have a TP scroll. That's one of the situations you don't want to get caught in bot lane.
Yeah. It's this commitment bottom lane is not working out. If they need to get coordinated, if anything, the draft is fine, but they need coordination to get off the kills. They need Mirana to hit her arrows, and then Rubik to be follower up. They need Enchantress to do the damage, and in fact, Enchantress might die at bottom lane. Doesn't look like it.
No.
But yeah, they need to get the coordination to get the kills, and unfortunately that's not happening.
Yes, Enchantress with Nature's Intendance is incredibly hard to kill, especially when she starts leveling into untouchable.
Yeah, which is good. That's very good that she got away from that.
Yeah. Either way, the lane is pushing out slowly here, but in the meantime, they lost their top T1 tower, so that's just going to leave top lane open pretty much to Darkseer to push all he wants all day long. Which means that...
Yep, and Gyro isn't even up there. Rubik's the one farming. Gyro should be up there farming.
Yeah, Gyro's trying to apply aggression
lane.
bot lane. It's him against a PL, and to be fair with Flak Cannon, he actually deals enough damage that he's a good threat to PL. Coddle is hiding in the trees.
Wow. Yeah, the bottom is pretty much taken over by the Dire side, which is helpful. They're denying
Nature's Prophet
a little bit. Yeah, denying Nature's Prophet a little bit of farm, but for the most part, I don't think they can do anything about that or do anything. No one's gonna go in there. No one's gonna go in there to gank or to get ganked. So it's interesting the choices that Dire is making.
And in the meantime, the top rune is feeling very lonely right now.
Oh yeah.
Poor Haystone.
Does anyone have a bottle still? I don't think so. Nope, no one has a bottle, so...
As I said, poor rune.
Yes.
Either way, there's the Nature's Prophet ult, the most annoying thing that could possibly happen to you.
Yeah, especially if he gets the second level in that, that's...
Oh, Rubik gets caught out once again. Spirit Lance hits him outright. Are we going to... Yes, the trees come out. He is temporarily away from the fight, and no longer he's going to get taken down by Nature's Prophet. Darkseer came in here as well. He's taking a lot of damage from that Centaur. And nothing good will come of that, and the ward gets dewarded.
Yeah, like, if anything, they should realize that putting people bot is a bad idea. Because if anything, Coddle can just sit in the trees and then blast as many things as he wants.
Yep. Coddle waves are deadly. And now bot T1's gone. They're pushing straight on the bot T2, actually. PL leading the charge, Nature's Prophet with the Treants, and that's going to be a dead T2 shortly here. And that's not a good equation for Ducksoup.
Yeah, if you look at the gold and experience graph, it's 5,000 both for the Radiant. This is gonna take a lot of farm for them to get out of, because I don't see them winning if they don't get coordinated and they don't get ganks off perfectly.
Yeah, Treant goes in here alone, finds an invisible PL. Ruba comes in for reinforcements and a TPing Enchantress right there. Coddle ult comes out. There's the Coddle blast right onto the tower itself. The Treants are still attacking it, so we may see a denial coming up shortly. Are they going to do enough damage?
I love this aggression. The PZ is just walking up and killing, just doing anything. Which is very ballsy, but how it's working.
Oh, they're going to try. They are going to try and save this tower. And this is where that Treant comes in again. Nature's probably going to apply all the pressure he wants, and as long as Treant stands there and heals the tower back up, it's like it never happened. It's just that if they get caught out, if a dedicated push occurs and they're unable to stop the pressure from it, then that tower is going to die rather brutally.
Treant. I'm glad Treant is staying bot lane, by the way. Treant should in fact stay bot lane, heal that tower up, try to counter push. It's a good decision leaving him down there. I mean, the only problem is that Gyro and Enchantress haven't been farming for the past like 2 or 3 minutes, and that's a lot of farm.
And in the meantime, top lane's about to get a lot of aggression against it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yep, Treants are coming on in here.
Someone should be there contesting.
Here comes Enchantress and Rubik, and the real question is, can they actually do anything about this right now? Orb comes out, and the Enchantress creep TP coming in. That's going to be Gyro TPing in here. And yeah, in the meantime, Treant went down bot lane. Flak Cannon comes out. A lot of lovely gold here going the way of Gyro. Now back bot lane. It is... Oh, where's the deny? That deny needs to happen. That's denied by DFG. Timing it with the catapults.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Another TP heading mid. Now they're going to try and defend this one. No living armor on the tower as of yet. He's going to save it in case he needs it. So Rubik pickup comes out. Nature's Prophet caught out. Is he going to be able to get out of this? He gets Leech seeded by, oh, the call down as well. Don't even need the call down, actually. The kill's going to happen before that. Mirana arrow comes out, narrowly missing the PL there. And that is the first kill for them in this match. 15 minutes in.
Their name is Ducks Unlimited, by the way.
Ducks
For the
Unlimited.
Dire side. That was a good kill. That was a very good kill. It's Nature's Prophet overextended, and it was simple to put all the lockdown on him.
Catch him out.
Yes. The only problem right now is just stopping PL. PL is going to be the PL that everyone knows and loves, so what's...
He's called
if he
Cancer
can
Lancer for a reason.
Exactly.
Another shockwave coming out from Cotlin instantaneously. A third of all of their health is gone. And the Golem gets dropped, catches 4 of them. Vacuum comes out from Darkseer. Golem ripping them apart. Here comes that Coddle Blast again, and now Treant caught out completely. I don't even know where Mirana when she was there, but she's gone now. There's the arrow, actually hits a creep. Now the tower trying to take damage. Mirana's now seen. She needs to get out of there. Mana drain comes out on her. She's trying to run away as fast as she can. Nature's Prophet comes out as well. She's still running. Coddle Blast narrowly missing. Tower goes down in the meantime, and Mirana's going to make it out of there. And it looks like
Yeah, then you... Go ahead.
Radiant quite content to push right onto that T2 tower as well. Gyro's the only one down right now. Enchantress is there trying to defend it. Mana Drain comes out once again. There's the Lance from PL. Not even going to bother chasing her. They know she's gone. Tower's going to die shortly. Coddle Wave comes out. Massive damage to the creep wave. And right now, I mean, what can Ducks really do? They're basically trapped in their base.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
What they need to do is know where they need to sacrifice. Know where they need to sacrifice. If they can, in fact, actually, to be honest, they don't have anything left to sacrifice. If they would have had that tier 1 tower, if that tier 1 tower went down and Enchantress and Gyro was farming another lane, it would have been kind of worth it. Gyro and Enchantress need to get farmed, they need to get damage, they need to stay relevant. And unfortunately, the more and more they team up and the more and more they try to contest these towers and lose, because that's what they're doing, that's just bad. Unfortunately, they're not getting anything out of it.
Indeed. At this point, it's going to come down to what we like to say the other times is that no match is... You can always come back. It's never just a guarantee you're going to lose, but it depends on you being able to work together as a team, being able to realize that, well, they're not camping our base anymore. They're back on their side of the map, and we need to be farming. We don't have map control, we don't have map vision, but we still need to know that, even though we can't see it.
Yeah, for anyone new to Dota, just know that if you get a good wombo comp, if you get your spells and all your abilities off of the right people at the right time, you can still come back to any game. And right now, the way they can do that is a Treant Overgrowth into a Gyro ult. Into most likely more bursts from Rubik, more bursts from Mirana, and just consistent damage to Enchantress. Unfortunately, the window to do that is getting smaller and smaller. And, well, eventually it's going to get so small that it's nearly impossible. We'll see, though. Do you know what exactly is this pause? Something about Oculus Rift? Something?
Gyro's door, apparently.
Oh, I guess he got pizza.
Something like that, but either way, they decided to talk about the stream indeed. Shout out to myself. This is being streamed at twitch.tv/PanksTV. If you're not watching on there right now, you're watching in-game for some silly reason, you can hop on there and see it from our point of view, even though you can still do that in-game. Think of it as supporting me and inflating my ego a little bit more.
Yeah, Pank, I did post on my Facebook to all my friends that I'm casting Dota, so it might get random people. Random people are great people. Shout out to anyone from my Facebook. How's it going, guys? I do this. I cast Dota.
Either way, it looks like we're going to get the show on the road once again. Now the real question is, how are Ducks Unlimited going to respond to the MNM aggression and the bunch of emotes that occur? Either way, I mean, looking back at this, they're going to try and move out of the bottom of their base almost immediately. Nature's Prophet TP's into the top lane, getting ready for some aggression. They're all set up in that top lane. So this is going to be... Yeah. It's either going to end up as a 5v5 in the name of defending the tower, or Ducks are going to just abandon the tower. And nope, it looks like they're all going to gravitate up.
They shouldn't. Okay, at the very beginning there, they had Rubik, Tree at bottom, and then Gyro, Enchantress top. That's completely the reverse of what they should be doing. They should have Gyro just completely free farming bot.
Last moment, Living Armor
Fortunately,
comes out. Lance comes out onto the Mirana here. No mana drain as of yet. Starfall comes down. Tower's taking a lot of damage. Flat Cannon comes out from Gyro. Treant's not in a position to do an overgrowth. There's the overgrowth. Will there be a call down? No call down as of yet. Flat Cannon's still coming out here, slowly pursuing them, trying to deal as much damage as possible. The wave comes out from Coddle. PL still looking to go back in here. He's getting the heals from Warlock. They are all tethered together, so whatever damage will be shared. Living Armor coming down the tower. No, the tower's going to get denied actually by Mirana. So a very nice play in its own sense. They didn't lose anyone. They lost a lot of health, but they were able to deny the tower and stop the Radiant from getting a little bit more farm.
Rubik might be overextending here. Okay, so Phantom Lance did not have his Lance, which is very good. Rubik got away. For the most part, it was denied, which is great. But in the end, MNM is just getting things done, pretty much. And you know what? The one thing I hope that Ducks Unlimited would be doing is getting something out of it. Get some farm in another lane or something. Unfortunately, that's not happening.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
We can only hope. They still have a good chance of this, but the top T3 tower now starting to take a lot of damage. Coddle Wave comes out. Nature's Prophet, Treant spawning once again. Warlock, Golems get dropped here. Gamer taking a lot of damage. Gyro goes down. Enchantress trying to get out of there, but she can't do that. Mirana goes down. Enchantress goes down. 3 down for their team. Buyback from Mirana. Tower's taking a lot of damage here. And Mirana's just going to charge right back in here, and that might not be the best plan. Starfall comes out here once again. He's going to leap out of the way. Mana drain as well. PL chasing. The stun comes out. No Lance as yet. There's the Lance. But it's simply not going to do enough. She's already in the fountain, so that's not going to do anything. Coddle Wave, though, right into the fountain. That's just unfair. Mirana going to get hit face on from that. But in the meantime, top tower is gone. Melee barracks is gone. Range barracks. That's the top lane. She's completely gone there.
They can't do anything about this. They have 2 golems. They have, you know, Coddle Blast and everything. They can't do anything about this. In fact, let's see if they're gonna push them back even more. They might be able to take another set of racks if. Actually, yeah, they could. They could just rotate mid and take the middle of racks.
But they'd have to backdoor it. Which, yes, they definitely have the capability.
No. Oh, the overgrowth goes down.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Catching out Darkseid, but unfortunately it's overgrowth for one person. That a little bit of overkill.
Take us.
Mirana ult comes on out here. They're looking to pursue.
It is something, but heck, I'm really hoping for a good, very good combination.
Warlock gets caught out here. He takes a little bit of damage. Bomb comes out from Gyro, so Warlock gets taken down here. Now Coddle's caught out of position. No bomb from Gyro this time, or no seeking missile. Flat Cannon does come out, though. Leap from Mirana. Courier comes in. The Courier is flying in. The Courier's right there, but they don't have a chance to react to it, and the Courier is able to fly back over the trees. And now the Coddle's just TPing out, and he is going to get safely out of that situation. Ward even comes out. That's an extremely offensive ward, actually.
Mm-hmm. I don't think they're going to get anything out of that ward, because I don't think they can get back out there after this thing is on.
And especially,
you know, if you look up top,
yeah, there's Nature's Prophet saying hi.
Yeah, he's doing what he does.
Coddle is doing.
Just
I can't speak. Yeah. Prophet is doing Prophet things. So let's not find it surprising when Prophet does Prophet things. Either way, immediately TP's back. Oh, DD Mirana actually, but she doesn't even care apparently.
Nature attend us.
Oh, Nate, just took so much damage. She's gonna run out of there as fast as she can. And in the meantime, down in that bot lane, they're getting surrounded by PL. Here comes the Bombs. Overgrowth coming out for a bunch of PL illusions. Nature's Prophet TPing in, trying to find out the Gyro. Walls the Gyro in, but Quelling Blade doesn't even matter. PL comes in and Gyro gets annihilated. Nature's Prophet's still there doing some bloody work. Now the Treant gets stunned temporarily by the Coddle.
Yeah.
Sentry Ward comes out, and there will be nothing to do about that. No mana, no invisibility, and this is just a bad day to be a Treant Protector.
Yeah, that's a really bad choice to stay there. 2 of their people TP'd out to deal with Nature's Prophet, and you do not want to be
left alone.
2 people down. Yeah, 2 people down and in front of an enemy tower, because heck, people just TP into that tower and then, you know, kill you.
And think about it, it's PL, and you combine that with Nature's Prophet, and then you give him a Coddle on top of that. I mean, the mana drain from Coddle combined with Nature's Prophet ability to TPM him behind you, combined with PL's capability to murder you, equals an extremely good team.
Yeah, and the tower, literally anyone else could have joined in there, not just Nature's Prophet, not just anyone else.
Thankfully, they're going to make up a little bit of gold here.
Yeah. I don't think, if you look at the gold graph, if you look at the experience graph, it's
20,000 and 10,000.
Yeah, 20,000. Yeah. I don't know what they can do. Once again, it could come down to Overgrowth and to Call Down, but
they need a good initiation.
PZ doesn't even have a Racer finished. I don't think he's going to get a Blink Dagger anytime soon.
And he drops like a rock. Golems come down. Murata trying to get out of there. Coddle Wave comes in. Tower is starting to take a lot of damage. The Golems are actually pursuing the creep wave right now. Now they see that creep wave. They're going to beat everything out of it. Golems turn right back around. Tower's starting to take a lot of damage. Treon's nowhere to be seen as of yet, actually. Doesn't even matter. They don't need them. Tower's going down. Call Down comes out from Gyro. It's going to land straight on Coddle here, who's going to cast Chakra into the holes immediately. But he's going to take so much damage from the Golems, and PL, he's forced back almost immediately. Murano running away as fast as he can from that Warlock. A surged PL trying to get back in the fight here, but he's going to turn right back around. Now the Barracks starting to take a lot of damage here. Ranged Barracks actually about to go down. Ranged goes down. Melee Barracks about to go down. Starfall comes down from Murano. They're all in this fight looking to make something happen out of it. PL, or Coddle's still in there actually. Warlock trying to make something happen. There is the Overgrowth from Treon. Can he stay alive long enough though? He's starting to take damage. PL's still there. He has no, he cast Leech Seed. Now he's trying to away from the Warlock. Spirit Lance comes out. He goes down. Still pursuing his Warlock. Rubik is overextended slightly. He's staying in the fight. Warlock chasing after him.
Dire's middle tower is
Damage
under
comes
attack.
out from Warlock, but it won't be enough. The heals are occurring from Nature's Attendants, and they're going to pull back. I mean, that was a completely good engagement for MNM right now. And GG is going to get called here.
Yeah. Well, see, basically what happened in that game is that they needed to stop every single one of the Radiance team members to do what they do best. Warlock initiate, Darkseer also initiate, Coddle, PL, well, Coddle and Nature's Prophet split push, and then PL just the farming up. And unfortunately, they didn't have a lineup to do that. They don't have that much synergy within their team, and also the coordination. They had no coordination in their ganks. They lost almost every single one of their ganks. They didn't get any kills. And that just ends up with the GG.
Indeed. So, we'll be back in a little bit with round 2. have the answer as to why this is taking so long. Apparently my co-caster's power went out, and it's taken him a few minutes to get that back. So we'll be ready in about 2 minutes. Stay tuned. Alright, we are back, guys, and ready to rock!
Radiant
Hope you
team
guys are.
ban.
Okay.
Indeed.
So tree ant ban at the very first. That's I don't know if that's a respect ban or not. Tree ant was annoying, but it wasn't a deal breaker. So we'll see exactly what's the plan.
Yeah, what's up with the Treant ban? Either way, OD ban, nothing too surprising about that right off the bat.
Radiant team ban.
Real question is, what change-up are we gonna see? Like, are we still gonna see MNM go for a specific build, or are they gonna go for more of a generic? I wouldn't say generic, but are they gonna go for something a little less planned?
Dire team pick.
Well, they let the bad raider through, so they're gonna pick up
Team
that.
pick.
Almost immediately.
That means that they can go pretty aggressive. They can go. This will, hopefully, the Ducks will get some wards up. We'll see the Bad Rider.
Yeah,
coming.
Weaver pick up
Weaver
as well.
pick.
Followed immediately by a gyro. Yeah, picking up an early. I wouldn't say
Dire
early
team
carry, but
pick.
it's interesting to see carries that are picked in the first round.
Yeah, Weaver is. You could pick him second round, but first round it wouldn't be too strange.
No, Weaver is. I don't say it's usual to see him in the first round. I mean, so that means we have an off lane and a hard carry for Ducks Unlimited now, and mid for MNM. Unless they want to do a jungling Bat Rider, which is
10
apparently a
seconds
thing.
remaining.
Yeah. Like, I think we're talking to another team in the league, and they were talking about running Bad Rider jungle.
Indeed, I mean,
Reserve
new
time.
meta strats right there, guys. Jungling Bat Rider.
You haven't heard of it? It's yeah.
It's common.
You just get well, it's not common. It's just you put napalm stacks onto a pulled camp, and then you just fire them up.
Fair enough. Either way, I mean, Timber saw the second pick up here, so nothing too unusual about
Yeah.
that. Apparently these guys like their Timber Saw. This is the second
10
match in a row
seconds
that they've
remaining.
picked up Timber Saw.
Yeah, Timber Saw, I mean, ever since he got into Captain's Draft, he's been a very good pickup. He falls off a little bit late game, but you know what? He does pure damage. Pure damage is very far
Preferred.
far in between. Yeah.
That and the fact that it's...
So you don't see pure damage that much.
He has good escape capability, too, with Timber Chain, so...
Mm-hmm.
That he has good initiation on top of that. I mean, Timber Chain is so utilitarian that it makes him versatile like Rubik.
Do use it to get in, get out, and to do damage. That's pretty utilitarian, or whatever.
Utilitarian.
Utilitarian, you know.
Totalitarian?
I was thinking about that a little bit. Yeah, maybe not. Okay, so
Team ban.
MNM is just you. They're banning the supports. They're thinking about everything that'll counter to them. So
I think that's actually a good strategy. I mean, rather than take different types of heroes out, why don't you just take one and limit their capability in that category,
10
and that forces them to adapt. Like, they picked an early carry, so you ban out the potential supports, and that
5
means they can
seconds
no longer
remaining.
change their team roster in order to adapt to the change of the supports.
Reserve time.
Their supports have to forcefully adapt.
Yep, it's drafting 101. Really, it's just like if you see a supporter carry is usually the main categories of heroes. So if you see that they need one of those categories, then you just ban them out.
But what about Darkseer?
Yeah, Darkseer is still open. Phantom Lancer's still open. Coddle's still open. Okay, Coddle's out.
Bye-bye, Coddle.
This means.
Team ban.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna let Coddle a PL through. I wouldn't be too surprised if they did leave PL through.
Well, yeah, in this situation, getting rid of the Coddle from PL makes him a lot more vulnerable. As long as you have the ability to
10
lock down
seconds remaining.
PL, you can kill him. Or you have the ability to see when he doppelwalks.
5 seconds
And-
remaining.
Yes,
Weaver can take care of that in the sense that Weaver has
Radiant
Sakuchi,
team
and
ban.
he can just carry sentry wards, and, oh hey, I think you doppelwalked. Sentry ward! Which,
pretty much. Also, PL, it makes PL hard. The Weaver's hard to hit, especially with a PL. I mean, you could do a Lance, but in the end, Weaver can just Sakuchi.
10
yeah, the Naga
seconds
Siren
remaining.
ban, I kind of like that one.
It's interesting, that's for sure. I mean, I haven't really seen Ducks Unlimited run Naga Siren as carry or support,
Reserve time.
so I don't know how useful it would be,
Nyx Assassin ban.
but
Radiant
yep,
team.
Nyx Assassin, that's also a very good pick, or a very good ban.
No, I agree, because
That would just make their ganking just a lot less annoying.
I'd be interested in knowing what prompted the, oh dear. No, I'd be interested in knowing what prompted the Disruptor ban. That's what I'd be interested in knowing.
10 seconds
Disruptor is a
remaining.
pretty good support. He's very situational, and Silence pretty much wrecks Bad Rider and Timbersaw. If you get the Silence on them, then they can't do anything, really.
Right, Bat Rider can't Firefly and Timbersaw can't Timber Chain, so escape
Dire team
escape
pick.
mechanisms are gone.
Yeah. I mean, that does require you to do a really good silence because it's his ult.
And,
but
you know,
hey, it's
I think it's arguable that Enigma does the exact same
Radiant
thing, because
team
Enigma has
pick.
Black Hole. Enigma says, "Oh, I could silence you all. Now I'll just put you in a black hole. That works more.
Yeah.
Works more effectively." Jakiro pickup though, nice to see Jakiro in the pool, or more quickly just getting picked up in general. Ice Path, he's such.
Yeah.
Jakiro's another very utilitarian support. His abilities, most supports have kind of targeted spells, I'd say, in the sense that they have a certain.
10
All the spells
seconds
seem to have a
remaining.
certain overarching purpose. Jakiro, his spells do many
5
different
seconds
things in and of
remaining.
themselves. So,
Yeah, I mean, like, you could even argue that Jakiro is a little bit of Earth Shaker. If you have an Ice Path out, no one wants to go through that Ice Path, so, you kind of zone him out a little bit.
yeah. CM pickup, also nice to see. Lockdown extraordinaire. I don't like you moving.
Yeah, they need
Frostbite. I don't like
they
you going
need the
anywhere.
lockdown.
Yeah.
That's for sure, because they have a Gyro and Weaver, they don't have anything. Enigma does have lockdown, but if you have an Enigma, and this is coming from a person who has like over 70 games as Enigma, you're looking for other lockdown to set up your own lockdown.
Chain
so a
lockdown.
good, exactly. Crystal Maiden to set it up and into the Enigma Black Hole. That's great. That's a good combo.
I think it's going to depend on these next two pickups from MNM, because as it stands right now, the Alki pickup I like, but anyway, as it stands right now, the thing about it is the lockdown is usually useful for heroes like Slark, who are slippery. They can get away from you no matter what you do, unless you lock them down like there's no tomorrow. Unless you stop them from moving and bloody well bludgeon them to death. And the thing is, none of the
10
heroes, like,
seconds
you can
remaining.
argue the Bat Rider requires that, Timbersaw requires that, but they don't require it to any degree
5
near
seconds
Slark
remaining.
or other heroes who are good at actually escaping from things like that.
Reserve
I
time.
mean, it's still a good pickup. I know what you mean, but no matter what, it's still a good pickup.
I mean, lockdown's
Let's see,
useful in
though,
all
'cause-
situations.
Exactly. Timbersync and Timbersaw, Bad Rider, and Alchemist can eat up Crystal Maiden. So we'll see how Crystal Maiden just survives.
Yeah, and now the Alki pickup. There's two ways they can do it. They can do the more aggressive Alki, which is more about the unstable concoction and acid
Yeah.
spray, or they can go for the farming Alki, in which he's going to have 900 GPM by the 18-minute mark.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it was more aggressive, just because Enigma late game could in fact just all out lock down Alchemist.
Yeah, the Alki
with a good black
lockdown.
hole. So they could lock down Alki late game, which means that if they go farming Alchemist, then it's going to be a little bit worthless, just because he gets locked down. But that's also entirely dependent on if they can get that lockdown.
Like, one of the
So
things...
I wouldn't be surprised if it's more aggressive.
One of the things late game they could also look
Dire
for,
team
Bat
down.
Rider Lasso. Oh, you have BKB, doesn't
Yeah.
matter. I have Lasso. Guess what? I'm dragging you into my entire team. How does it feel, bro?
It's really good, especially against the Weaver. If the Bad Rider can actually grab the Weaver, and then Alchemist can just do stun, and
Slap
Jakiro
chop.
can do his lockdown, exactly, then it's pretty much open season for bugs.
Yeah, that's a really good combination, actually.
Reserve
Alki,
time.
he's not the fastest hero, and he usually has problems getting places, especially when there's lockdown. So that's why you have Bat Rider. Instead of Alki having to go to people, you bring the people to Alki, and suddenly Alki is very,
Radiant
very
team
scary.
So, let's see here. Dark Series ban, which is kind of questionable because they kind of do have an offlane, which is Timbersaw. But then again, Timbersaw could go... Well, no, it's Bad Rider mid. Timbersaw offlane, most likely.
Yeah.
Else Bad Rider goes jungle. And then Abaddon. Abaddon was very interesting. Abaddon is mostly played as a support, and they already have jungle offlane.
He's
so.
either a support or an offlane, and both of those have been fulfilled on
5
Ducks
seconds
Unlimited. So
remaining.
Abaddon, yes, is a very strange ban.
Yeah.
Elder Titan, now that's a nice
Ooh.
pickup.
Team pick.
That's a very nice... I mean, like, if they can get a good stomp, then once again, Enigma can just run up and black hole everything. The only problem... yeah. The only problem with that is that it's kind of hard to pick up. Also, Elder Titan,
Ooh,
Okay,
Chen.
Chen is going to be the jungle. So it's not going to be a tri-lane for MNM. Elder Titan is going to be mid, I believe.
That sounds
I think
about right.
mid.
Yeah, safe lane, Gyro, Enigma, Crystal. Well, Enigma will be jungle, and off lane Weaver compared to a mid Bat Rider, off lane Timber, and Chen jungle compared to Jakiro, Alki safe lane. So it's kind of the same thing on either side, but I'm assuming that Enigma's going to act more as a lane support jungler, so he'll be closer to the lane than Chen will.
Mm-hmm.
But then again,
Okay,
it's
so yeah. MNM need to do is get alchemists somewhere. Wherever they need alchemists, get them there. As in either really, really aggressive or really farming and just get them to late game farm. What Ducks Unlimited need to do is basically make sure late game, I think they can survive to late game, to get Enigma Black Hole and just their lockdown just perfect. Because they need to lock down the Alchemist. They need to make sure Bad Rider doesn't get away with a lasso, a good lasso. And it's going to come down to that, just like where the lockdown's going to be.
Yep.
And it looks like Bad Rider's going mid.
Yeah, as I said, nothing surprising about that. But again, yeah, that's the thing, is Bat Rider combined with Alki, it's scary because Alki needs to get close things to kill them, and Bat Rider can bring them to Alki and get them close. And there's nothing the player can do about it. BKB, doesn't matter.
We'll see how the ganks go. Bad Rider will be ganking, not quite a lot, but a good amount, that's for sure.
This is also one of those interesting lineups where I'd almost say that a BKB might not be the best situation to do on Ducks Unlimited.
Yeah.
If you go BKB, what's it going to counter? It can counter Jakiro's spells, and that's about it.
Well, it could counter Alchemist stun, and
True.
yeah, the Bad Rider can pull him away, and then it'll block the damage for Timbus. I see what you're saying. It's not the lockdown. They still have lockdown. They still have stuns that can get through BKB. And I want to argue actually the same for the other side. MNM, if they get BKB, then they have Enigma Black Hole that can get set up pretty easily by CM and Elder Titan. So I would be more. I'm calling that you'll see at least one Radiance to block a Blink Dagger from either Bad Rider or Enigma.
That I wouldn't deny. And actually, it's going to be a Weaver mid and an Elder Titan off lane.
Huh.
That works.
That works. Elder Titan does do pretty okay. He can get the last hits long range, but in the end, Weaver can get a lot more out of off lane than an Elder Titan.
And especially compared to a Bat Rider. Like, the Bat Rider lockdown on a Weaver, it's going to make Sakuchi interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the skill of the players. I think it's a kind of even matchup in the terms of that no one will get kills. But we'll see. We'll see.
And again,
a lot of this will, in fact, come down to skill, player skill.
One of the things I like to note is the wards.
There
is actually a Radiant ward blocking that top pull camp, and there is also a ward blocking the Radiant pull camp on their own safe lane. So both teams very committed to the wardage here and doing a nice job of covering that. And following the same theory as last game, apparently, neither team actually have sentry wards. So they can't really do anything about like having their pull camp blocked. And the only difference really is I could see the Radiant needing that pull camp more than the Dire would, actually.
Yes. I mean, I guess Alchemist can get a little bit aggressive because they have stun to Ice Path. But, yeah, Timbersaw is just going to get away. And then, you know, they need to pull to deny the experience for Timbersaw.
Elder Titan putting everything to sleep. Well, for not really too much of a reason.
Yeah, he does some damage, but it's he has no mana, and now what is he gonna do? In fact, he doesn't even have a clarity, so
he's gonna try and stay in the lane and do what he can. That's the simple answer. Like, he needs to make something happen, but at the same time, he needs to stay alive. Because if he dies, he's just feeding the enemy. Speaking of which, hello there, Mr. Hellbear Smasher. Please give me gold.
Oh shoot, mid lane, oh, first blood. Looks like Weaver got Bad Rider low, and in the end, Bad Rider's right next to the tower, and Weaver just Sakuchi right into them.
As a Weaver, I mean, sometimes for the kill confirmed, if he's about to get killed by the tower, thankfully he's not, but Bat Rider is back in here, so he needs to play very carefully until he can get some of that health back. And yes, if anyone's wondering,
I'd argue.
we did miss first blood, or I did anyway.
Don't worry, I got it for you.
Good man.
Bad Rider is going down down south.
Yeah, right into Enigma,
meeting
actually.
up with yeah, which is interesting. I mean, Enigma now has mana.
Yeah, like
They could turn around.
Enigma's gonna try and drag him right into the lane, and Bat Rider's smart enough not to follow, but Crystal Maiden, unfortunately, gonna get caught out by this missile coming out from Gyrocopter. Bat Rider now being ultra aggressive about it. They don't even get the kill on CM, actually, and now Timber's gonna need a Timber Chain out of here. He Timbers right into a tree, does some damage to Gyro, and he has the advantage of run speed, at least, for the time being. Or more correctly, he has the ability of being ahead of them. Stun comes out from Enigma, but it's simply not enough. CM's going to chase, but no tower diving, so... Overall, actually a nice play from the Radiant.
Yeah. it's I was about to say, like, yeah, CM dying is like, yeah, no, it's CM dying. It's just the usual, you know. Nothing too special.
I'm sorry,
CM
CM.
just kind of walked out of there. So I guess it isn't that special. I mean, or something.
I'm sorry, CM, but you have no health, you have no armor, so... Unstable Concoction coming out on Elder Titan top lane. Jakiro Ice Path comes down. He is still quite healthy, though. He might just be able to walk out, but the body block from Alki denying him most of the ability to move. Acid Spray comes down. Will it be enough? Yes, it will. So Elder Titan will go down. In the meantime...
Did he just grab Acid Spray? That was a good Acid Spray. That pretty much confirmed the kill. Beaver is going top, though.
Yeah, he actually got called out, so they know he's there. And Chen knows he's there, too. Apparently they're just going to rotate? Are they going to look for the kill?
Well, Weaver's committing right now.
I would be very surprised if this is how this played out. They see him. They know he's there now. So he's just going to Sakuchi him back out. I'm not sure if he intended to be seen, but that's what happened there. Unstable Concoction gets on pots here. Alki's running forward. He finds the Elder Titan. He changes target. He goes right for that Weaver. He gets the hits. The Sakuchi's getting wear off here, but the stomp from Elder Titan able to stop him in his track. And we do see the time-lapse come out from Weaver. Now Jakiro low on health. Elder Titan pursuing. Sakuchi comes out from Weaver. He's trying to catch up. Can he deal enough damage? Sakuchi damage. Yes, it will be enough that Jakiro goes down. And Alki's back up in the meantime. But for
that was a good play.
For that, though, yes, they got a Jakiro, so it's always good that they got a kill, but they didn't get Alki, which is arguably the more important kill there. And they're still looking for it,
they got to kill one when you have. Yeah, I don't think he will. I mean, unless they get a good stomp and then like a lot of good burst damage from Weaver, but it doesn't look like he has too much. Well, not burst damage, just damage in general.
No, I agree. I don't think they're going to be able to get the Alki kill here, but they are going to be able to deny him feed for the time being until the wave pushes up and they can't do anything about it anyway, but... Ooh, a DD rune on Bat Rider. That could be scary later on.
Yeah. For Weaver, what level is Weaver? Weaver is 6, Bat Rider should be 6. And actually, Bat Rider is not 6. He's 5. Okay, so Weaver should be fine mid lane.
I would say what caused that level... Oh, actually, Weaver's almost level 7, actually. The moment he gets any XP, he's going to be level 7, so... There we go. So level 6 compared to 5. So Weaver definitely winning this mid lane in the sense that he's getting more XP, and he got that kill top lane, so... just the ganks.
Yeah, out of all the people, Weaver ganks. You don't need a stun to gank. You just need something to kill them, which damage is something to kill.
Yeah, Sakuchi has a very good amount of damage. Oh, the Earth Splitter comes out from Elder Time, but it's not going to find any kill whatsoever. Just going to spread them apart for the time being and waste a lot of his mana. And now Chen coming in right behind him, looking for the body block. Elder Time's going to try and back up to this, but he has no mana. Net comes out from the Troll. Alki trying to catch up. He's got the Concoction. He throws it. Lots of damage. Chen looking to deal that DPS. Jakiro there as well.
I really shouldn't have turned around. He could have just probably walked out of it. I mean, our ice path was used before. He could have just walked out of it. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, he turned back around.
That's a dead Elder Ten.
Yeah, Dual Breath came out from Jakiro after Ice Path, actually. Nothing too odd about that. Either way, that's just a little bit more XP for that top lane that they didn't necessarily need. Back in mid-game, mid lane, Bat Rider has his level 6, and actually it's a CM mid.
It's probably rotation. I think CM CM did not have a ward, so I guess he thought that she needed some people. I mean, I think they needed someone to cover mid lane, so that's what happened.
No, I agree. They need someone to cover mid lane, and actually Chen
top
almost
lane,
gets killed.
top.
Yes, Chen does get killed by the Sakuchi and the Weaver Geminate attack there. Now Weaver just needs to run away.
Well, Weaver could go back in.
He is,
Weaver
yep.
is not okay.
He's turning right back around.
Now he
Elder
is.
Titan committing quite heavily. Here comes the Weaver. The Sakuchi doesn't quite hit the Jakiro. Ice Path comes out, but it's simply too late. Now Alki's trying to run away as fast as he can. There's no stomp that can happen here. Oh, now there is a stomp that can happen here, and it catches Alki almost straight in it, but Weaver didn't get close enough. He hit too early, and the kill is still going to happen here. Net comes out. Weaver gets caught by it. He's in tower range. Doesn't even matter. It doesn't last long enough, and they're able to retreat right on out of that.
Yeah, this is interesting. Just because Weaver is ganking, like I said. Really though, what the problem is top lane is that they need to get the Alchemist stun into Jakira's stun, and they're not landing it. If you know, they're using it, trying to stop them a little bit, and unfortunately, Weaver, you could stop him, but he still has Sakuchi no matter what.
Oh, the Alki TP's in with his concoction timing or ticking down, and he's unable to find that Weaver, so he's just forced to hurt himself a little bit there. I mean, either way, at the looks of this, yeah, they rotated the Weaver out of mid, and CM's rotated in, looking to get some farm out of that mid lane. So I wouldn't say that's wrong necessarily, and I think it's actually a good idea to get CM some farm. CM needs the XP to actually lock things down, so if she doesn't get that XP, it's kind of a problem.
I think bot lane, Gyro could
the concoction.
zone
The
out
concoction.
Timbersaw.
Oh, Weaver gets caught out by concoction. No, there's the ice bat. Or no, dual breath actually. So Weaver's going to get taken down by Jakiro top lane.
Yeah.
And Elder Titan.
That's one thing as Weaver, you can't get too cocky as Weaver. That's one thing for sure.
Earth Splitter comes out from Elder Titan. Will it be there? Yes, it will, and that's a brutal death for Alki. Jakiro's able to hide in the trees.
That was great play by that Elder Titan. I didn't even think Elder Titan can do that. Can kill.
Yeah, he got
like
a
that.
very nice stomp and a very nice Earth Splitter on him.
Oh, yeah. I was surprised Jakiro wasn't, didn't throw the Ice Path actually.
Jakiro was over by this shop, and he wasn't actually in a position to do anything.
Let's look at the farm.
Just quickly, Weaver is going to go for the kill on Batrider mid. He's Sakuchi'd in. Batrider's dangerously on health. The Courier comes in. The Courier, but he's not even going to bother with it. Firefly comes out from Batrider. CM still pursuing. TP in from Timbersaw looking to help out a little bit here. Batrider gets taken down here. Weaver now falling back. The Saw comes out, but it's not going to be able to hit anything. And now, no Stomp actually, just going to steal a little bit of damage there. And they're probably going to commit to a push on mid here. It's going to be Chen and Timbersaw against 3 players.
Alchemist is just going to farm top, and Batrider's down, so they can't really, do much.
4-2. It's not a good engagement. They're just going to let this tower die, because, they don't really have a choice in the matter.
Yeah. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That was a great rotation, actually.
The stomp, and it catches Chen. Enigma comes in. There's the stun. A little bit of heals from Chen, but it's simply not enough, so Chen's going to go down here. Now, Batrider, the lasso comes down. He's dragging him right into the tower. Timbers off the whirling death, trying to do as much damage as possible. He's trying to get away. Elder Titan, no chance whatsoever, though. He gets caught up by the tower and the flame break from Batrider, excuse me. So now Batrider able to Firefly right on out of there.
All in all, though, that was kind of it was good trade, I would say, for the Radiant, because Gyro is also farming as well as Alchemist farming up top. So they got a tower out of it, they got a kill. They had 1 death on their side, but it was positive for them.
That's the point, though, is they still got the tower. So the tower is what tips it in their favor.
Yep. Mid tower is, in fact, one of the more important towers. I think it is the most important tower, because you can TP there. And, in fact, you get a lot of map control.
Weaver playing so aggressively comes in here once again, just to Sakuchi right on out.
Yeah.
Ooh, they see this guy. Missile comes out onto Timbersaw. No Timber Chain as of yet. And he's just going to run right behind the tower, though, so no chance whatsoever of that happening.
Yeah.
Actually, the missile's still chasing. Go, Missile, go.
So if you look at the items, let's look at Alchemist. Alchemist went for a Midas, which means that he's going for extremely late game. And seeing how the game is going right now, the Radiant do have a lot of good early game. So we'll see how that pans out. If you look at the other people, Batrider doesn't have his Blink. He's nowhere near that. Timbersaw doesn't have his Mana Boots. Everyone just has boots and small components. Radiant, Weaver's going for the Lincoln Sphere, which is really good because, you know, Alchem's done.
Oh. Elder Titan trying to make
Chen's
something
gonna go
happen
for
here.
Chen is going for a gank on bottom, which I don't think is going to really work because he can just Sakuchi out of there. I don't know what Chen is doing.
Chen is being Chen. Call down happens here. Lands right on top of Timber Saw. Weaver happily sitting there with the Gymnate attack. Oh, the Timber Chain right across the Gyrocopter. He gets taken down by the Jakiro Ice Path. Looking to still make something happen here. Timber Saw trying to get away from that Weaver and no chance. Oh, the jukes! The jukes! Thankfully, Enigma comes in here, and by thankfully, I mean not so thankfully, the Black Hole gets interrupted, so Enigma's going to get taken down here, and Weaver, and Gyro.
Yeah, that was pretty much a bad coordination. They couldn't get the right focus on the right person, and then that just let Bad Rider and Jakiro do work on them.
And the unfortunate aspect, though, is that Enigma came in and he Black Holed, and he happened to be just so like he was too close to Jakiro, and he got caught in the ice path.
There was so much stuff on the ground. There's a black hole and macro fire that I didn't even notice that it was an ice path that you know, stopped it.
Yeah, he was standing next to Jakiro, not even in front of him, and the ice path still caught him.
Yeah.
Ice path, you're so silly. Either way, that's bot tower. Go on.
But I think that the trade for an Alchemist top is actually a lot better.
But they did sacrifice their own Gyro for that, though, and a tower.
Oh, well, yeah.
So again, that's like the mid push for the Radiant. They lost a hero, but then again, they also got a tower, so...
Dire's top tower is under
But yeah, the Radiants actually might just get a tower right now.
They might. Bat Rider TP's in, Frostbite comes down, Enigma comes in with that stun. So much damage from the Elder Titan. Jakiro tries to save him with the Ice Path, but no chance whatsoever, and yes, that tower is gonna go down. That was one of the situations where you read in teleport guides, they tell you, don't TP onto a tower when there's an entire enemy team there. And you know, that's why.
Yeah, I mean, if he had a Blink Dagger or a Forest Staff, it would be different, but he didn't have that.
He's got a regen rune. If only that saved
the constant
you.
damage is... Yeah.
Either way, I mean, both teams...
Right now...
Go ahead.
No, I was just... Go ahead. You go ahead.
Both teams just going to go back to farming here. They are quite content just to farm up their own side, including Timbersaw, who's having fun farming camps.
Yeah, I just wanted to go over the items once again. Unlogical has actually finished his mech and is going to go for BKB next. Elder Titan has an urn, which is great. It's really good. He'll be more supporty. CM actually, CM has her Bracer, which is actually kind of interesting because usually in this kind of lineup you can just stand behind the biggest person and not get really that targeted. And then Gyro has his Yasha, which is going to be the big difference between him and Alchemist, is that Alchemist does not have any other items other than Midas. And, you know, Gyro has a Yasha. He's going to be significantly more, have a bigger impact and damage than Gyro.
But again, though, that's the thing about Alki, is once he gets levels into Grievel's Greed, which I would assume is what he's doing, which it is kind of what he's doing. Like, he'll get such a good gold income, especially with Hand of Midas, it'll be ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's the thing about Alki.
Looks like a
Jakiro.
like a very failed gank into the jungle,
Yeah,
but
Jakiro
right now is...
Yeah, Ice Path comes out again. I don't see any way this is going to happen, so they're going to back off now. CM able to lay down that Frost Blast. Or Crystal Nova, excuse me. Frostbite comes down, Stomp happens, immediately Batrider gets knocked out of it though. He's able to get it, or no, he's not able to get away. Actually, he gets killed right before he gets the trees. Call down happens, Chen's getting caught right in the middle of it. Black Hole happens as well, actually. Kind of a weird time for a Black Hole. Earth Splitter happens as well, gonna catch Alki right in. Alki, Frostbite, trying to run away as fast as he can. Timber chains in, gets caught in another Stomp. He goes down, and it's a Gyro for 3 heroes so far. They're still trying to pursue the Alki here, but he's running so fast with that, yeah, he just runs so fast with his ult, that Chemical Rage, that there's no chance of
and
you
phase
catching.
boots.
Yeah, with phase boots as well, I mean. Good luck catching an Alki when he's in Chemical Rage with phase boots.
Yep. Right now, Radiant is in such a good position. Right now, they're doing exactly what they should be doing, and that's just push. If they push, sure, Alchemist might get far.
Oh, another Frostbite. Alki gets caught out here. See him actually running right into Alki. I'm not sure if that was really intentional. Either way, CM's trying to take a lot of damage here. Urn comes out on her. Oh, I think Alki may have just nuked himself there. Alki's going to commit suicide with unstable concoction. Jakiro chasing after that Weaver. What can you do? It's a Weaver. You're trying to catch the most uncatchable hero in the game besides, you know, Clark. So
it's funny because they were engaged on all of Weaver's team, and then Weaver came in and just annoyed them enough that they switched their focus back to Weaver.
And again, Weaver's one of those heroes where he's not hard to catch, or he's not easy to catch. So
no,
especially when you don't have any invis detection.
Yeah, even with invis detection, Sentry wards he can Sakuchi away from the range, and then Dust he can just ult out of. So the only real way to do it is get him in between Sakuchi or just get a gem.
Looks like the Dire are figuring out that there is indeed a lovely ward on the hill up top. Wards. Everybody loves wards.
Dire's bottom tower.
Except for the enemy team.
Except for the Dire right now, who don't like the idea that they have offensive wards on their territory. So they're actually trying to find out exactly where it is. Sentry ward's coming out from Jakiro, and they are actually about to find that top
tower
ward.
Has fallen.
Yeah, there we go.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I delay in the meantime. Go ahead.
Well, he's farming up and everything, but man, all of his deaths. And he has 4 deaths and 1 kill. He's pretty behind. I think he's going for Battle Fury to help us farm even more, which isn't going to be helpful because you know what? They're just pushing down towers. The Radiant side. Or Ducks.
Right now, the Ducks did just try to push down that bottom second-tier tower, but that's not going to happen. Reinforcements arrive. But again, I mean, they're transitioning right to mid lane here, and that's something they need to do. They're distracting the enemy team from farming for a short duration. Well, they just rotate around, get some farm on their way, and then they just push another lane.
I don't think... No, he does not... Alchemist does not have a TP at all. It doesn't look like they can catch him. Weaver goes in, maybe just harass him out of the farm of the jungle.
Yeah, no, harassing him out of lane.
So that's good.
Definitely a good situation. And yeah, harass him right out of the jungle, that's even better. DD Rune actually
DFG
right there.
Yeah. DFG a little bit out of position for a little bit there.
Ooh.
Let's see.
Oh, Batrider. Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? Yes, Batrider will bottle it and will die almost immediately. He just couldn't make it back on the high ground.
Exactly. It's just, if you're going to be using Firefly, you got to make sure you're using Firefly for the full amount. He just was kind of like back and forth in the top. And kind of got caught out there.
Just kind of. He did get the DD rune, though, so that's a good thing to deny the enemy team, but in exchange for a kill like Batrider? Yeah, not so much. Either way, top lane got pushed out by Weaver, and immediately the Radiant are looking to capitalize on that as they all stand at acid spray. Concoction comes out, Elder Titan gets caught in almost directly. Ice Path coming out from Jakiro. Elder Titan taking so much damage, no chance whatsoever. There's the black hole from Enigma, he's taking so much damage. CM ults as well, right next to it. Alki takes so much damage. Lasso comes out onto the Enigma. Weaver taking a lot of damage himself. He's caught in whirling death. Gonna try and run out of there. Timber chain happens right next to him. Now Timber pursuing CM. They're gonna change target right onto the CM here. Weaver trying to save that poor CM, no chance whatsoever. Sakuchi's once again runs right over that Sentry Ward, going after that Timber Saw. Timber now taking a lot of damage himself. Weaver gets caught out. Weaver goes down. CM so low on health. Can CM really get away from that? No, she can't. Now Gyro's caught out. Call down happens. Any kill from that. He does kill Timbersaw, but a DD Batrider chasing him. Elder Titan right there looking for the stomp. Will he find it? Oh, the stomp actually gets interrupted, so no stomp, but he's still pursuing the Batrider here. Batrider himself low on health. The missile comes out from Gyro. It just needs to go fast enough. That Elder Titan dealing so much damage. Unstable Concoction comes out. Batrider gets stunned by the missile. Net comes out from Chen. Can he stomp it? He throws out Earth Splitter. There's the stomp. He gets the kill. So Batrider goes down. Chen moving forward once again. Alki chasing after him. Gyro low on health. Elder Titan low on health. Earn out on Elder Titan, so he's going to get some of his health back here. Enigma reinforcing. Alki's going to back off. And holy shit, that was a fight.
Yeah, that was an amazing fight. There's trades left and right, but in the end, the Radiant seemed like they had
another
a small advantage in that.
Elder Titan.
In fact, this fight is not going to end.
It is not. Alki gets stunned now. Missile comes out on Jakiro. As long as they can get close, Elder Titan is there. He gets the hit. There's the kill on Jakiro from Elder Titan. Missile barrage comes out from Gyrocopter, trying to chase after them in that top lane. And Alki, I mean, they're going to try and contest this top lane as much as they can. And Radiant, they're just not giving up with the push on it. But they're doing what they need to do. They have Weaver pushing their bot lane, so at least one of them is still getting actual farm here, whereas Alki's trying to farm the jungle, but their top lane is getting contested so much that what can they really do?
No, I mean, if you look at Alchemist items, he still has the same items, and if he's going for Battle Fury, he doesn't even have any money to buy anything anymore.
Oh, he just got a Shadow Blade, actually.
Oh, okay.
So he's not going to transition in Shadow Blade, or into Battle Fury, so he's just going straight to Shadow Blade.
Yeah, that was a... I should have figured that out. I'm super bad. Someone take my Dota card away from me.
We can't do that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Either way, I mean, they're going to look to
called the
contest this
caveman.
top lane, and it looks like everyone's just going to back out of that. They realize that this is no longer a cause that we need to waste time doing, so they're going to back right out of there.
Yeah, they got what they needed. Kills on Alchemist, you know, and everything else, so... Time to push another lane, or time to farm more, because, to be honest, they are at an advantage.
Yeah, the Dire are just continuing to chase them out of their jungle, actually. I mean, Alki's the only one actually farming right now, whereas Weaver pushed out that bot lane. It's now attacking that bot tower completely. So, TP reinforcements come on in.
The people that need to get things done, and that was Bad Rider and Shakiro, they didn't get anything done. Bad Rider tried to gank, and he gets stunned by CM, and then he just dies. He isn't anywhere. He almost has his Blink Dagger, which is the small consolation.
Bad Rider gonna Firefly out of here once again, trying to make his way back towards that mid lane, away from the angry Elder Titan.
Yeah, I mean, like, hell, Elder Titan and CM, if you see an Elder Titan CM and you're a Bad Rider, you shouldn't be scared, but in that situation, he's scared.
I mean, yeah, Frostbite right into that stomp. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, it was a temporary lockdown. Well, now it's a damn long lockdown. So, always a good thing to be afraid of. The Bat Rider emergency runaway mode. Either way, Alki's still trying to farm that jungle. He does have a Shadow Blade now. He's quickly building into... What is he building into, actually? Is he building into BKB?
Yeah, he is building into BKB, which will help and survivability. PZ a little bit too overextended. Yeah.
So PZ gonna go down here.
I don't think that was worth it. I mean, like, heck, he got the ward, but it cost him his life.
Ward wars.
But Alchemist.
No ward wars. But that's mid tower gonna go down here. They're able to push almost seamlessly into it.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
All of the skeletons about to die.
This is a good chance for the Dire. Oh shoot.
Enigma's in the jungle. Bat Rider gets caught out. Locked down from Enigma temporarily, but it's not going to be enough. They can't make something happen with that. Weaver Sakuchi's forward, trying to chase after him here, but that Firefly says no to that. And in the meantime, Alki is still free farming that top lane, and there is that BKB coming out for Alki. So, yeah, it's definitely going to help with lockdown.
Yeah, with the BKB and a Bad Rider with Blink, they're getting a little bit scary. Let's see how the Ducks do to deal with this. Right now, if they just keep on doing 5-man Dota, they could win, especially with Black Hole.
Yeah, they have such a large amount of lockdown. I mean, as you said, CM Frostbite right into Alki, or excuse me, right into Elder Titan, or you can transition into or you can transition into an Enigma Black Hole with a CM ult.
If you go up to...
Ooh, yes, up top indeed. Alki, oh yeah, poor Alki. I feel sorry for Alki. Oh, but Dire's courier actually gets caught out, and that was carrying his BKB. Yes. He got the BKB.
Oh shoot, was it? Oh my god, that is such a good pickup. They need to capitalize on that, that's for sure. Well, actually, I don't know if they knew that the BKB was on it, but either way, that was an amazing courier kill. That was perfect.
If they had gotten the kill on the courier before it had dropped off the BKB, that would have been absolutely amazing, but unfortunately, he did get the BKB before that happened. And he does have maximum Grievel's Greed now, so his GPM is starting to spiral a little bit here, as Alki usually does.
I didn't even realize this, but Alchemist is pretty much maxed out in all of his abilities, too.
He is indeed.
So, man, he's been getting a lot of experience, too.
That's the thing about Alki in the jungle. Once he gets that Hand of Midas, once he gets Grievel's Greed, not only is he getting a lot of XP from the jungle, but he's getting gargantuan amounts of gold. Like, he's going to come online really quickly now.
Is under attack.
And yes, indeed. Timbersaw going to get caught in that stomp. Another Titan. He comes in once again. Lasso, though, on the Enigma. No Black Hole for you. He's still looking to do it. Call down happens. Chin gets caught almost directly in it, taking a lot of damage here. Pistol Barrage comes out. Chin goes down. Timbersaw Chain comes in here, going right by the Gyro. Gyro taking so much damage right in the Firefly. Actually, BKB comes out from Gyro. Stomp catches Bat Rider. Bat Rider trying to fly over the hill. He gets over it just barely. He does have an earn charge on him, though, so he may end up taking a little bit more damage, though. Firefly coming out, going to hit CM here, and it looks like Ducks going to realize that this is no longer worth chasing. They got a kill out of it. They got Chen, so now they just need to back off and control the enemy jungle. And actually, oh, they see Alki. Does Alki have a TP on him? Thankfully, he does this time, so he's going to be able to TP
More
out.
importantly, does Radiant have some vision? Because, yeah, he has...
Shadow
okay,
Blade.
he's going to TP out. Doesn't need it.
Alright, so it looks like we're going to have a quick disconnection here. That's going to be Jakiro gone from the world. Poor Jakiro. Poor Jakiro.
So, what do you think of the current game so far, Pankzers? Who do you think has the advantage? Who do you think is actually going to win? What do you...
I mean, overall, I think it depends. It really does. Both teams have very good late-game carries. I mean, Alki's going to fall off a little bit late-game, whereas Gyro's going to get a little bit scarier than he is. So, if you go off of carry basis, I'd say the Radiant will win, but it depends how they handle the next few minutes, because Alki's about to come online, and Alki's about to become very, very scary. Gyro, he's online, but he's not at his full potential yet, whereas Alki's going to come fully online shortly. So, Alki's going to be scarier than Gyro is for a little bit. It's going to depend on how well his team can handle team fights. If they can get the lockdown they need, then it's going to go their favor. But if they don't, if they miss that lockdown, then the Dire are going to take it back piece by piece.
That is very true. I really want to see good black holes because, of course, I play Enigma. I love Enigma, and if Enigma can get black holes, it doesn't matter. It's just a, it's complete lockdown. Well, we'll see. He doesn't have a blink dagger right now. He's actually still working on his Black King bar. But I totally agree with you. It's gonna depend on the lockdown and how it happens. It's gonna depend on the team fights, basically. Weaver's actually pushing in here, and then Elder Titan dies to
He gets caught out bot lane.
lanes. Yeah.
Looks like he did get lassoed by Batrider there, and Timbersaw was just there for supporting damage. But in the meantime, Alki's about to take a rocket to the face. He gets stunned for the time being. Hero Ice Path, and, well, he almost caught
CM somehow. Yeah.
CM macro, or not macro dodge, but just, next level amazingness. Weaver Swarm comes out, misses Alki completely. Gonna get the hand to Midas, actually, so a little bit more gold for him. Ice Path comes out once again. Gyro gets caught in it. Concoction coming out from Alki. BKB, though, because of that, BKB, but the call down, the black hole, so perfect! Jakiro gets caught in it. Timbersaw's trying to run away. He goes down. Batrider's running away now. Weaver's in on it, though. There is that Geminate attack, dealing so much damage, and he has crits as well. Batrider, the last hit happens, so Batrider gets out. That is a full team wipe there against the Dire. MNM, tower down, team gone. That's probably their T3 gone as well. Do they have buyback? They only have 2 buybacks.
Dire's
So
top tower is under attack. Dire's top
Do they have buyback on? Oh, they do have buyback on the Alchemist.
Yeah, Chen and Alki.
Chen and Alki. That's not going to stop their counter push, that's for sure. But I think Unlogical heard me say I want to see a good black hole, because that was just beautiful. Very beautiful. Especially with the call down. Also, one last thing is that they both activated BKB at the same time. Right when Alchemist had his stun up. It was just so perfect. Both of them with BKB, Alchemist couldn't do anything, and no one else could have done anything, and then all of a sudden the black hole was just the icing on the top.
And the call down on top of the black hole.
Exactly, that too.
I could die happy right now. That's just what that looked like at a caster's perspective.
If they didn't activate Black Hole, if actually one of them got caught out, then it would be a total opposite advantage. Alchemist would have killed whoever didn't Black King bar, but the fact that they both did it at the same time and did both their ults was just amazing, was just beautiful.
And also as a side note, oh, look at the pretty Roche. So Roche taking a lot of damage, but they're going to back out.
This?
Yep, that's what they're looking to do, and now they realize that they're not actually able. They see that Roche is highly damaged. Stomp comes out, does it catch anyone? No, it does not, so Roche just, this is going to be the battle over Roche for the next few moments. Batrider looking for that lasso, doesn't find it. Ice Path comes out on Weaver. Weaver now caught in a very bad situation. Enigma coming in, call down happens. It lands right on top of Batrider. Batrider goes down, so much DPS. Gyro, look at him. He is just man-moding Alki right now. Alki is running away. Earth Splitter comes down. Now we see Chen getting caught out. Alki's still running away, so low on health. He's going to run right behind that tower, and that's going to delay them, but they're going to go right back in and do Roche now. My God. They lost a
Yeah.
Weaver for 3 of them. Like, backing out of Roche when they did, they have eyes in the back of their head, I swear, because they just saw that coming. They backed out, and they knew exactly when they needed to go back in. Weaver initiated. That was another suck. That engagement is so perfect. I wish we could see more of that.
Yeah. I don't think Weaver was planned, but hell, they made something out of it. They did something out of it.
They made it perfect, and just the call down, that call down right on top of them, even without Black Hole, it did enough. And now Manaboot's finally coming out on Enigma Basher for Alki, and the question now is this Basher too late? I mean, Alki should have come online like 10 minutes ago, so...
Yeah, I mean, the way that I see it is that Alchemist actually, went sort of both. He went aggressive and also passive farming. He bought a Midas, but he did not max out Greevil's Greed. Yeah, Greevil's Greed, which is it's okay, but the way, I mean, you might as well go all out. And in the fact that they're losing almost every other lane, I would have just switched my gear onto pure farm and trying to get as many items as possible. Because unfortunately, he didn't get there.
That's the thing about Alki. That's the allure of Alki, is he comes online so fast with Greevil's Greed and Hand of Midas that you don't have a chance to react to that fact.
Yeah, and Weaver ganked once again. Those ganks actually killed Alchemist, which stopped his Midas, stopped his farm, and in the end held them back enough that they have this big of an advantage.
I mean, we're up to a 15, almost 20,000 gold and XP advantage at this point, so things are looking a little bit grim for MNM, but as we said previously, anything can happen, so let's not be surprised when anything happens.
Yeah, I mean, a Blink Dagger on Bad Rider is the one thing they need. They need to find someone to grab, and they need to find people to pick off. They can't win a 5v5. They can't possibly win a 5v5. They need to pick someone off, which right now might happen. Well, it's a Weaver, so...
Yeah, no, not gonna happen when you don't have invis detection. Finally, they see him. Will the concoction get close enough? Oh, yes, it will. Elder Titan gonna take it, but no chance. Gonna go down, or Jagiro's gonna die very, very quickly, even with his ult drop there. Now, Batrider trying to run, but so much damage coming out from that Batrider. Chen pops his heal, and they're just gonna be quite content to push right to the high ground and then say nope.
Yeah, that Chikiro did not need to be there. He was in front of the Alchemist. I think he was warding. Was he warding? Yes, he was warding, but unfortunately, if a Chikiro gets picked out, if a support gets picked out, then that's one less hero to do crowd control and everything else.
Ducks are looking to push the high ground here, and now the real question going to be, Concoction comes out once again, Enigma gets it with this time, BKB comes out on Gyro. Lasso from Batrider doesn't even last long enough to drag him anywhere, and that T3 tower, gonna die like a rock. BKB comes out from Enigma, and hey, I mean, at this point...
Did you notice the CM with Boots of Travel?
Oh, CM, you silly girl. Gyro actually gets caught out. Yep. Doesn't even matter. He has Aegis, though. So Aegis, Gyro comes back in. Black Hole! That Black Hole! That was 3 players caught in that Black Hole. They didn't even need a call. They didn't need anything else. They just needed pure damage. And they did exactly that. Stun comes out. Alki gets caught in. And his concoction is ticking down. 2, 1. And Alki's going to stun himself. Mid lane is gone. Do the Ducks see that? No, they don't. So Alki's going to be okay in this situation. Either way. Another 3 minutes until Black Hole's up. Yeah, Elder Titan looks for the stun, not able to find it. Concoction comes out, but it gets denied by a Lincoln Sphere on Weaver. That was nicely played by Weaver.
I think my MVP for this game would be Weaver. Weaver, once again, Weaver got ganks. I never do that with Weaver. I never really get ganks with Weaver.
God,
so
Batrider.
Seeing a Weaver...
Batrider's being so aggressive, pushes way too far forward. And at this point, I mean, he almost kills it, or Timbersaw actually almost kills Weaver, but now Timbersaw gets caught in that stomp, dies almost instantly. That's a very brutal way to die. Another kill as well. It's 37-15 right now. You don't want to be stuck in that situation as the Dire. Oh, the concoction, he throws it so close to blowing himself up. He's able to catch out Elder Titan. And actually, that was an interesting ice path. He barely caught Weaver with that. Call down happens. No one's there. Alki's actually there to get caught in. I don't even know why Alki was there, but he does get caught in it. Trying to retreat onto the high ground. So low on health. Jakiro now getting caught out. Jakiro goes down, drops like a rock. Rocket Barrage comes out, hits Chen just a little bit here, but Chen's able to back up. Now Batrider trying to run away. Blinks his way out of the way, and the tower's trying to take a lot of damage here. Fortification comes out. Elder Titan looking for the stomp. Goes for the stomp. He is able to catch Chen, but Chen almost immediately gets hit. Earth Splitter comes out. Is it going to hit him? Yes, it will hit that Bat Rider. Bat Rider goes down, dropping like a rock. Missile comes out. Alki trying to run into a spawn. Chen not going to get hit by that missile actually, and GG is going to get called here. So it looks like the Ducks are going to take our second round. It is going to end up being a 1-1.
That was an amazing match. I really wasn't expecting such a great performance by the Radiant side. It wasn't just a good performance, it was a great performance. They got everything where they needed to, which didn't happen in the first game, that's for sure. But one amazing game, one amazing set too, to be honest.
Indeed, and for that matter, for those who don't know, this is being played in a best-of-2 format, so this is actually over. You can catch all of the matches of this league. They will all be streamed at twitch.tv/PanksTV. They will also be uploaded to my YouTube later. I've been Pankzers. My co-host here has been Kendomo. If we find any other matches tonight, we'll try and do them. Otherwise, have a good night.
See ya. Thank you.